Hey YouTube, got another child rearing video today. Got 9 elements of child rearing that I think will be helpful. First, let's differentiate between child rearing or raising a kid and providing for a kid. If you provide food and shelter and clothing for a kid, you're not raising a kid and you're not rearing a kid. Prisons do that. Prisons provide food and shelter and clothing. Juvenile detention centers do that. If you give your kid to a babysitter and tell them to babysit your child for the weekend, they're going to provide food and shelter and clothing. That's not raising a kid or rearing a kid, however you want to say it. That rearing a kid is a whole lot more than that. And a lot of people think, oh, I raised my kid. Why didn't they turn out right? That's because you didn't raise them. You provided food and you provided shelter and you provided clothing. You did no more than the local penitentiary. All right? Raising a kid, there's a lot of elements that go into it. And here are 9 of them. Number 1, know your child's friends. All right? One of the most, after about age 10, before age 10, probably parents and relatives are the most influential people in a child's life. But after about age 10, and certainly by age 12, friends become more influential a lot of times than family members, relatives, and parents. So you got to know who their friends are. Who you going to hang? Oh, you going out? You going to hang out with who? Jeff? Who is Jeff? Yeah, let me meet Jeff. He's outside. Hey, come here, Jeff. Let me holler at you for a second. Hey, what grade you in? How you doing? You like school? Where you live? You know, just kind of get a sense of what their friends are like, right? And if their friends are disrespectful or standoffish to you, that probably means that they don't like adults, and that's the wrong kind of kid to let your kid hang out with. And you can select their friends. After 18, okay, after you move out of my house, I can't select your friends. But while you live with me, I'm telling you, you can't hang out with Jeff. All right? Because I don't like Jeff. Why don't you like Jeff? Don't worry about why I don't like Jeff. I can, if you ask me nicely, well, what's wrong with Jeff, Dad? I might tell you. But if you like, why can't I hang out? You don't demand the answer from me. If you ask nicely, I might run it down. This is why I don't like Jeff. This, and this. Right? So you got to know who their friends are. And you got to restrict them from hanging out with certain people. And if I catch you hanging out with them, you're going to be on restriction. There's going to be some problems, right? So know who their friends are, all of them. Try to get to know their friends' parents, because you can know a lot about a kid by knowing their parents, right? So know who their friends are. You just can't hang out with anybody and get influenced by anybody, right? So that's number 1. Number 2, don't tolerate disrespect. Don't tolerate your kids disrespecting their brothers and their sisters, their aunts and uncles, or you, or their teachers. You cannot allow that, or they're going to grow up to be disrespectful people. So we don't allow disrespect. We talk to people and we treat people with respect. Always. All right? Number 3, do not tolerate rebellion and disobedience. If you act, a teacher better not call me. And if you think I'm taking your word over the teacher's word, you're wrong. Because teachers are not just picking on you. Oh, they're just picking on, she don't like me. Why doesn't she like you? Right? Is she calling everybody's house in the whole class? Why is she just calling your house? I need to know these things, right? So are you being disrespectful? Because if you're disrespectful to parents and your brothers and sisters and your teachers, pretty soon you're going to grow up and you're going to be disrespectful to the law. You're going to find yourself locked up. So I can't allow you to be a disrespectful individual in word or deed. Number 4, allow them to suffer the consequences. Do not run and take your kid's side no matter what it is. My kid's wrong. I remember when I was teaching 5th and 6th grade. And parents would say, well, Johnny's never done that before. Okay, but that doesn't mean Johnny's never going to do that. I guess this was Johnny's first time. You can't just say, Johnny's never done that before, and therefore Johnny will never do that. No, Johnny did this. All right? If he's never done it before, this was his first time doing it. You can't take your kid's side and over the coach and over the teacher and over the cops, and your kid is always right. You never allow them to suffer the consequences. If a negative consequence comes their way, you go ahead and you pay the fine and you get them out of it or whatever. So they never have any consequences, and they never learn that actions and words have consequences, and you're creating a monster. All right. Number 5, don't give them everything they want. You know why? Because nobody gets everything they want. I don't get everything I want. My wife doesn't get everything she wants. Why should my kids get everything they want? Some stuff you're just going to have to wait for or want it for a while. You can't be running out trying to inconvenience everybody, trying to make your kid happy, make your kid like you. I don't care if you like me. I care that you listen to me and you obey these rules in this house. And hopefully you like me because I like you. But if you don't like me, it's all good. I'm fine with that. I'm hurt by that you don't like me, but I'm not. I got to make sure, my job is to make sure that you turn out right, not that you like me. If I spend my time from 0 to 18 years old trying to make you like me, you're going to end up a messed up individual, and then you'll hate me. So I'm going to spend my time trying to make sure you turn out right, not trying to make sure you like me. All right? So I'm not going to give you everything you want because nobody gets everything they want. That's how you make a spoiled brat. All right? Number 6, they need chores. You live in the house. We share this house. So that means everybody in this house is a part of this team. And every member of the team has a job to do. Just like if you were playing soccer, if you were playing basketball, baseball, football, if you go to work, everybody at work has a responsibility. So you're on this team, and your job on this team is the garbage, or your job is these dishes, or your job is your room, or your job whatever. But you can't just not have responsibilities and everybody else has a responsibility. That's not fair. You live in the house with everybody else. You got a responsibility just like everybody else, right? And all right, number 7. Dishonesty is a major offense. I remember when my kids got to be teenagers, I sat them down and I told them, not all at once, but in conversation one at a time, listen, I trust you, right? We don't lie to each other, so I trust you. Don't mess up the trust. Because as soon as you do something behind my back or lie to me, now I can't trust you anymore. Now I'm going to be checking behind you and you're going to say, you don't trust me. Why don't you trust me? I don't trust you because of what you did last week or last month. Now I can't. You've messed up the trust. In marriage, in business, in relationships, it takes years to build trust and about 30 seconds to destroy all of it. So if I'm checking behind you all the time, that's not my fault. That's your fault because you destroyed the trust. So dishonesty is a major offense, and you need to explain to them why dishonesty is a major offense. Because you're going to have to be honest with your wife and your business partners and all of that. All right. Number 8, moving quickly, everything is earned. This is my bed that you sleep in. This is my pillow. These are my blankets. This is my food. You didn't buy any of it. So this is mine, right? And everything is earned. And just like in business and in life, everything is earned. I'm at a job right now. Everything is earned. Promotions are earned. Money's earned. So if you're not towing the line, I'm going to take your pillow. And if you're still not towing the line, I'm going to take your bed. You'll be on the floor. You'll be warm on the floor until I take your blankets, right? And those nice shoes you got, I'll take them. Because all of this stuff is mine until you get out and you're on your own. And everything is earned. And the way you earn what you get is by doing what you're supposed to do in this house. And the way I earn my paycheck is by doing what my boss says. Everybody earns everything. Nothing is given in life. And kids need to learn that. And finally, number 9, monitor media, right? I need to make sure I know what you're watching. I need to know what you're listening to, right? In my house, we never listen to gangster rap because it's misogynistic and it degrades women and just all kind of stuff is wrong with that. So I don't know what you're going to do outside of my house, but we don't allow that in my house. Never did. Thank God my kids don't like it anyway. But you got to monitor media because media is very influential. You want your kids to have your values. They already spend 7 hours at school with other people with different values than you. And then you get them from like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 at night. So you get them like 6 hours at night. An hour of that, they're in their room doing homework. Another hour, they're taking care of their hygiene. So now you only got 4 hours with them, right? And then another hour, they're doing extracurricular activities. So now you only got 3 hours, right? So you got to make sure that you're monitoring media, all right? Because that's very influential. And that's all I got to say about that. And I love you. Hopefully that was helpful. And I'll see you on the next video.